Imagine you're standing in a massive stadium, looking up at this $1 million flawless 8K screen.
Right, like a huge venue setup.
Yeah, exactly. Now imagine that screen suddenly flickering and going pitch black right in the middle of a major event.
All because of a single faulty cable.
Right. Okay, let's unpack this. Because
Cool.
today we are taking a deep dive into the $420 lifeline that prevents that exact disaster.
It is a critical piece of hardware.
It really is. We're looking at the DVIGear 25-meter DisplayPort 1.4 cable, and we are filtering out all the dense spec sheet jargon to show you exactly why professional tech environments absolutely depend on it.
Because most people just treat cables as, cheap throwaways.
Exactly. But this is a premium active optical cable, or an AOC.
Yeah, and to understand that premium price tag, you have to look past the standard black jacket and see what is actually inside this cord.
Right, because it's essentially a hybrid transportation system.
Yeah, it is a great way to think about it.
Yeah, it's like you have these light-speed express lanes for heavy data traffic, and then you have traditional side roads for the basic utilities.
Right. And what's fascinating here is the exact hybrid construction, because you have four actual glassed optical fibers.
Express lanes.
Exactly. Running alongside 6 copper members.
Which is wild. I mean, if sheeting data via light through glass is so much faster, why not just make it 100% glass?
Well, you still need a nervous system. The glass acts like the circulatory system, right? It pumps the massive, heavy lifeblood of the high-res video and audio data.
Okay, sure.
But those copper wires handle the low-bandwidth communication. They manage the digital handshakes between the computer and the monitor so they know what resolution to use. Plus, they carry power.
Wait, power?
Yeah, actual electricity.
Why does a display cable need power?
Well, older optical cables used to be completely glass, but you had to plug them into this really clunky external wall adapter just to power the tiny transceivers hidden inside the connectors.
Oh, because those transceivers are what instantly translate the electrical signals into pulses of light.
You got it.
Yeah.
But this DVIGear cable allows for an ultra-low power design. It draws a tiny amount of power, under 0.43 watts straight from your source device, through that copper.
So you don't need the wall adapter, it just powers itself.
Exactly.
I mean, I get that a self-powering hybrid engine is clever, but who actually needs 32.4 gigabits per second over a 25-meter cable?
It sounds like a lot, I know.
Yeah, isn't that complete overkill?
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it makes sense. You wouldn't use this for a basic office monitor. It supports 8K resolution at 30 Hz, or 4K at 120 Hz.
Oh, wow. That is a massive amount of traffic.
It is. And if you try to push that much heavy data over a standard copper wire for 25 meters, the signal simply degrades.
What do you mean? Does it just kind of run out of steam?
Basically, yeah. Copper has electrical resistance. Over long distances, the signal physically smears. Plus, copper acts like a giant antenna.
Oh, right.
Yeah, a 25-meter copper wire will soak up electromagnetic and radio frequency interference like EMI and RFI from all the other electronics nearby.
But since this DVIGear cable transmits the heavy data as light through glass, it avoids that.
Completely immune to it. This optical technology prevents that interference, keeping a pristine signal for up to 100 meters.
But hold on, that brings up a huge physical problem for me. If the core of this cable is literally made of glass, how do you install it?
What do you mean?
Well, if I'm snaking this through walls and bending it around sharp corners and some air duct, doesn't the glass just shatter or leak the light?
That's a big part of the premium price tag.
Yeah.
They engineered it with a really tight 35-millimeter bend radius.
And you can actually bend it.
Yeah, you can physically bend these glass fibers at incredibly sharp angles, and they won't snap or drop the signal. And speaking of air ducts, it's also plenum rated.
Which means what, exactly?
Think about wiring a massive airport terminal. Building codes legally require cables hidden in ventilation spaces to have a special fire-resistant jacket.
Oh, so they don't melt and spread toxic smoke through the vents during a fire.
Exactly. A plenum-rated jacket prevents that.
Okay, so it's a strict safety and liability requirement for these big installs.
Yes, and the physical plugs themselves are designed for tricky installs, too. It uses these really compact mini DisplayPort connectors.
So you can easily pull them through small holes in the drywall.
Right, and then it simply snaps into detachable full-size locking docks. That way it doesn't get accidentally yanked out of your gear.
Wow. So what does this all mean? It means that in professional AV setups, the wiring infrastructure is honestly just as complex as the screens.
Absolutely. It's the invisible backbone making it all work.
It really is. So the next time you see a flawless 8K display in a massive venue, ask yourself what kind of invisible, hybrid, light highways are running quietly through the walls around you to make that image possible.